Hello. Still waiting for the streetcar.
Yes. I need to ride it to go to my TTC rail fan party. Don't you just love streetcars?
Yes, but streetcars in Toronto make me furious.
What's wrong with you? You look normal. Are you some sort of Rob Ford supporter?
The TTC has screwed up streetcars so badly that even intelligent people supported Ford.
What do you mean? Toronto streetcars are the super greatest.
Really? Don't you find it ridiculous to make everyone pay on board, through one door, like a bus?
I don't care.
The stations are on the wrong side of the traffic light, increasing stop time.
I don't care.
The stops are far too frequent, some are only 90 meters apart.
I don't care.
The narrow gauge track is different than every other streetcar on planet Earth, driving up cost. Even the transit city lines are a different width.
I don't care.
Too many lines lack proper right-of-way. Many streetcars are blocked whenever a car wants to turn left or by parked cars when snow takes up the curb lane.
I don't care.
Unlike cities with curbside tracks or median stations, you have to step into traffic at most streetcar stops in Toronto.
I don't care.
The medians are ugly concrete or gravel instead of grass or pretty pavers like in American or European cities.
I don't care.
The overhead poles and streetscape elements are poorly designed.
I don't care.
Despite being a city icon, Toronto inexplicably has no downtown circulator for tourists to ride streetcars.
I don't care.
To even find a streetcar, a person has to study a system-wide bus map and know that a bus route with a 500 series number is really a streetcar, because they do not appear at all on the primary rail transit maps.
I don't care about any of that. Toronto has the biggest streetcar network in the English-speaking world after Melbourne, and it is awesome.
Awesomely wasted by pretending it is still 1945 and we are all taking the streetcar home from our jobs at the munitions factory, on empty streets because gas is rationed and steel for private cars is being turned into tanks. Things have changed a little since then, except at the TTC.
Do you not like streetcars? Tennessee Williams wrote a play about one.
A streetcar named Desire is a nice reference to a historic streetcar line. Too bad there are none in Toronto. Besides New Orleans, you can also find heritage streetcar lines in Edmonton, Little Rock, Memphis, Dallas, Philadelphia, and Tampa.
The TTC has 2 or 3 old streetcars you can rent for birthday parties.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Actually, you can ride a Toronto heritage streetcar in regular service, but you'll have to go to freaking Kenosha, Wisconsin, because that's who Toronto sold them to in 1995 when it decided to give away its large fleet of restored streetcars.
They have cheese in Wisconsin. I like cheese.
Do you like rice-a-roni too? Because you can also go to San Francisco, which features a TTC streetcar that tourists can ride around the waterfront. These two cities have been operating for years what the TTC abandoned for lack of intelligence and vision.
But Wikipedia says Toronto has many streetcars and only now are other cities building them again. They are building new streetcar lines in Portland, Seattle, and…
Let me stop you right there. Look, you want to be all smug and content in the fact that Toronto kept its streetcars when so many cities did not. But while the TTC sat on its laurels for the past 40 years, cities from Boston to Pittsburgh to San Francisco modernized their operation or maximized tourist value from it. Toronto did neither.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you as I had my head firmly stuck in the sand.
Now the streetcar system is so dysfunctional that it has pissed off half of the citizens of the city that should be its greatest champion. When normally rational adults start confusing respect for taxpayers and gravy trains with bad streetcar service and end up voting for someone who is clearly anti-streetcar, you have a Rob Ford-sized problem on your hands.
But I like the little bell.
Are you even listening to me? You want to implement Transit City, but the St. Clair construction was so badly mismanaged, and the word streetcar now has such a bad name that ordinary people can't even begin to understand what LRT is because anything on steel wheels now looks to them like a lumbering streetcar keeping them from driving to their junior football game fast enough.
Rockets are fast. Streetcars are red rockets.
Drop the drivel. The TTC should be ashamed of how it has treated the streetcar network. They are the ones to blame for Rob Ford and his supporters talking removal rather than reform and reinvention. All of these problems can and should be fixed, as they have been in many other cities with old and new streetcar lines alike. The new vehicle order is a start. But if the TTC continues to run streetcars like glorified buses on rails, Toronto will lose its streetcars to short-sighted politicians and become a laughingstock to its peers.
Excuse me, I see the streetcar is finally coming. I must go buy a counterfeit token now, so I can get on board and pay $3 to go 10 blocks in 20 minutes. Goodbye.